Josh, it's really going to be an interesting weekend. You're playing a Stonehill team that has a new coach, and you're playing a BU team that got to the Frozen Four, ranked number 3 in the country so far this season. How do you prepare for such a different style of hockey?
Well, I mean, you're playing two teams. Both are 1-0 right now, so you focus on Stonehill right now. We do everything to prepare for them, and then after Friday night, we'll switch gears and get ready for BU. But right now, early in the season, it's all about us taking one step at a time and trying to get better.
What are you looking for this weekend? Obviously, these non-conference games. Coming off the 4-3 overtime win against Army West Point. So, what did you see out of that, and what do you want to see this weekend?
Well, I thought we controlled a lot of the game against Army, and I thought we deserved to win, and I'm glad we were able to find a way to do it. It took overtime, but I thought there was a lot of positives coming from just the way we held onto the puck. Guys are moving and supporting each other better from Sunday to Saturday, so that was a big step. Continue just to get better defensively, and we're going to play in two really different buildings. I mean, on Friday night it's more of a rec building, and then Saturday it's a really tough place to play where they're going to have a sold out crowd. So just seeing how our guys handle different atmospheres on the road.
Yeah, I mean that in fact the different ranks. How difficult is it to prepare to play in one rank like that at Stonehill and then at BU?
Yeah, I think when you have a packed building, it's usually a little easier to get up for, but they can have a bigger impact in the game. But it is also difficult to go to a place where there's not as many supporters, and it's not as nice of a venue. So it doesn't matter where you play, you got to be ready to go, and I think we're ready to get on the road and play some games.
What can an overtime win like that kind of do to kind of jumpstart a season opener, like especially just vibes in the locker?
Yeah, I think it was if you have to win that game in a shootout or you don't win the game, it's pretty frustrating because we had a lot of opportunities to finish and we didn't finish those, but we were creating chances, so I was glad the guys got rewarded, and then they can you do things the right way, you usually get rewarded. So glad that they got to celebrate.
And what does it say about this team that, even though maybe, like you said, there were more chances, every time you guys scored, Army answered, but you guys kept coming up with answers. What does that say about this group?
Yeah, I think that, for us, it's just worrying about trying to get that next one. And, I think we learned that if you get a team down, you got to try to pull away. But, we never got too frustrated, even though, at times I think calls went against us or things that maybe we thought would happen didn't happen, and we just kind of stayed to our process and found a way.
You had a lot of first-year players and forwards in the lineup on Sunday. Is that going to be the same this coming on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have depth up and down our lineup, and we have 16 forwards that are going to be competing, and however it kind of shakes out on the weekend, whether it's a first-year guy or a fourth-year guy, we're expecting them to make an impact.
Colby MacArthur, he came to Union with as high-scoring forward out of the Maritime Hockey League. Didn't play much freshman year, but then he started to make his way into the lineup. What improvements and what the growth of Colby have you seen it's now in his third year here?
Yeah, I think he's just gotten more and more comfortable with college hockey, and it's a big culture shock coming from where he was at to where it is here. It's a lot harder defensively, but he's always been gifted offensively, and it's just getting used to knowing you can make the plays. And I think even his first year, you started to see steps he could make and that plays that he made in practice and in games where you're really excited about him. So each game he gets more and more comfortable, and he's really earned his ice time. He's been someone that started just playing 5-on-5, and now you see him on the penalty kill and power play.
And he was on the ice there, and sets up the game-winning goal on Sunday for John. You talk about that play, what you saw on the tape afterwards, and just, so he had 3 Army players around him, and it's one of those situations where if he doesn't make that pass, it could be going the other way.
Yeah, I don't. Typically, we like guys staying on their feet, and he made a diving play and picked them, and came back and made an unbelievable pass to John. But he just never quits, and that's what he's done here his whole time. He just continues to work, and he got rewarded for it with more and more ice time, and then he got rewarded with a game-winning assist there.
Do you see his confidence growing each game?
I think last year you really saw him, kind of come into his own and just play with more poise and know that he had the ability to make plays. I think if you ask him after his first year, I think he was kicking himself because he realized he could do it, and he just was, just a little unsure of how to take that step, and he really did it in his sophomore season.
And he was the most improved player last year for this team too. So that probably showed how much he got better over the season.
Yeah, he continued to take steps, and I mean he trains really hard in the weight room and puts the extra time in. And again, it's great when someone puts that time in and they get rewarded.
Do you expect him to maybe be a potential offensive force this season?
I mean, I hope so. I think we got a lot of guys up front that can produce, and he's one of them. And I think we're going to try to do it with a team effort and everybody chipping in, and hopefully he continues to play like he is. I think he will.
Obviously, you want to win every game you play, but especially in non-conference, a lot of it's getting better, going into conference play, so you're playing your best. What kind of things, progress-wise, would you like to see, especially over this weekend?
I think just limiting odd man rushes, making sure we're not giving up any free chances. I think again offensively we want to hold onto the puck and possess it. We got to add more layers to our offense right now. We want to continue to try to attack off the rush if we can, but then if it's not there, make sure we make a good play with it and just continue to support each other.
I mean, how important will it be? I know you're not looking ahead to Saturday yet, but how important will it be to not get intimidated going into BU?
Yeah, I mean, I would be absolutely shocked if this group is anything but excited for whoever we play. Whether it's Stonehill on Friday or we're going into BU, we're going in with a mindset to get after the game and to attack. And I just think that this group is ready for. There's two different tasks this weekend, but I think they'll be ready for both nights.